Hello viewers, we'll be going over UGAZ and DGAZ. In this video, we'll be using the day-by-day probability model as our support and resistance gauges, and these models are based on past trends that are similar to the current trend, but not identical, so do keep that in mind. So let's start with the technical analysis. Today we're up 2.8% on UGAZ. As for the 1 hour chart, we are on positive MACD. If we expand that further onto the 4 hour chart, we are starting to approach to positive MACD as well, and we also see the 9 moving average converge onto the 18 moving average. If we expand out further onto the daily chart, we see sideways action for the daily MACD. However, we do see to the upside with the convergence on the MACD. Now let's find possible resistance and support levels for UGAZ. So as the days progress to the 7th day, we have, say, a possibility we may climb higher between 0 to 14%. So let's mark 14% to the upside for UGAZ. If we were to move up higher, roughly around 14%, that price movement to the upside is around the price of $16.50, and that coincides with the 18-day moving average, this purple line. And we also see previous support levels around that range, and since we're below support level, that now act as our resistance. So let's examine the possible support level to the downside. So at the moment, we have a 100% chance for on the 7th day that we may fall lower between, say, negative 28% to negative 44%. We'll just use negative 28% to the downside as our possible support level. So at the moment, if we expand out further to the downside, that price movement or price level is roughly around a price of, I would say, $10.35. That will be our possible support level if we do continue to average down lower and make lower lows like we see in previous weeks. So now we examine DGAZ. At this moment, DGAZ is currently down 2.2% on the 1 hour chart. We are starting to see sideways action. It's still in negative MACD on the 1 hour chart. If we expand out further onto the 4 hour chart, we start to see a divergence on the 4 hour MACD and approach to negative territory. If we expand it onto the daily chart, we find temporary support on the 18-day moving average, this purple line. If we do manage to bounce right off that, the next resistance to the upside will be for DGAZ. We say have a 38% chance between 0 to 25% higher. And on the extreme case, we have a 13% chance for DGAZ to climb higher between 25% to 50%. So we'll just mark 25% to the upside as our possible resistance. So that level to the upside is, say, from where we currently are at, 25%. It is around a price of, say, $364, and we see a previous resistance level around that range that dated back all the way to February 28th as well as March 18th. So that is our first immediate resistance to the upside. So now let's find possible support levels. So to the downside, we have a 44% chance for DGAZ to fall lower between 0 to negative 25%, and a 6% chance for DGAZ to fall between negative 25% to negative 50%. So let's just mark negative 25% as our possible support. So 25% to the downside is if we were to fall lower from where we currently are at, that price movement of 25% is roughly around the price of, say, $215.60. So around that range, we see previous support levels that even date back all the way to February 20th, as well as March 11th, and same as April 8th. So we see multi-month support around that range at around $216.60. So again, in this video, we went over UGAZ and DGAZ, and there is possible price hike for natural gas due to the tropical storm or potential hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico. So do keep that in mind. So again, if you enjoyed this content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.